Hi, Joyce Stech here, and welcome to the Joyce Stech podcast. Let's talk beyond the surface. We go beyond probably what you even want to know. Today's episode is going to be about when your body says no, and you pretend that it said maybe. Let's get a little bit deeper in that, and can't wait for you to join us for today's podcast show. Welcome back. This is Joyce Stech podcast. Let's talk. I'm Joyce Stech. We're going beyond the surface today, and today we're talking about the most honest part of you, the part that you lie to the most, your body. And a little spice to that, your body's been screaming the truth while your mind is in the corner, like, hey, you know what? We don't have time for this. So, the real problem here is maybe we've been trained to override what's really going on in our bodies, right? You're exhausted. So examples of this, right? You're exhausted. You're like so freaking tired. You don't even know how you're freaking even standing up, let alone your eyes being open. But you know what? You say yes to one more favor. You say yes to one more person, like, yeah, okay, no problem, okay? How about when, your stomach knots up when someone texts you and you go like, I can't deal with this today. I am so on freaking overload. But you know what? You answer anyway. How about this example? You get a headache every time you see a certain person. You see them and like you just get a headache, or you're with them, or you're with a group of people and you go like, when I'm there, I was great going in and then I get this freaking headache. But you know what? You call it like, I must have an allergy. I'll get to that. You're allergic to those people. Okay. How about this? Your back just seizes, like your back just goes out, right? And it just gives out the moment that someone expects you to carry something emotional for them. This is the friends I've, oh, can you do this? Or this is the person is always in victim mode. And they need to talk to you because the world is shitting on them again, of course, because it wasn't their fault, right? But you keep taking it on. And all of a sudden, geez, I was just with that person, now my back hurts, right? Or my knees go out, right? So think about those, right? So, and this is the big one. To me, this is the big one. When your own intuition, when something inside of you is so strong, and it tells you like, no, not this, not now, please, not them. But your own conditioning screams at you, be good, be nice, don't upset anyone. I'm not here for like being an asshole and saying you should be an asshole all the time. Okay, that's not what this is about. It's about if you can't be yourself, if you can't tell your truth to someone because they're going to get upset with you because you're being you. Let's think about that. Okay, humanity in its own, I believe, has been trained to override the bodies. Humanity is just like override your body, like the body is just an optional accessory, the emotional Bluetooth device that we can silence whenever it's inconvenient. And I want you to think about that. I work with people all the time, and you know how many people are not even aware of their bodies? They don't even know what some of their organs are, right? Or don't even know the functioning of your own system. And I'm not saying that you have to be, up to grade A, that you could do surgery on yourself, but to know your body and to know how it functions, being a male or a female, and I think you should know both, regardless of what your gender is. I think it's really important because guess what? This is our container. We have this. This is ours. It's our machine. I'm going to tell you what, this machine works differently for everyone. It is as like the snowflake thing about your personality. Your body is different than everybody else's. Yes, it runs on a particular, like all things run on a system. And that operating system is to be understood. That's the first thing. And then to know how your body reacts in certain systems to the system. But most people, I swear, when I work with them, are not aware of their bodies. That's their own gender, let alone the other gender. And to me, this is like, I don't understand that, because this is something that you, this is going to be with you. I think it's real important for you to know that. I think it's important for you to know the inside, the spiritual soul self, but you also have to know, that's why these two circles are there. This is your spiritual self. This is your true self. This is this earth plane. This is not your truth self. This is your earth plane stuff. You got to go through that. That's the way it is. And this is what I call the missing piece, is to put these two together. They're not two either or. They're simultaneously. It's like, how does your spiritual body work in this human body? But you have to know how this body works. And this is how we pretend a no is a maybe. Okay? And instead of saying no, I can't do it. Yeah, maybe. This is the yeah, that's me. The classic over-explaining. You over-explain shit. You just keep over-explaining. It's like mansplaining on steroids. You over-explain something so you don't have to say no. So when I say, could you do this for me? And you go like, and when you know you can't, you just go like, no, I really can't. It's like, it's not going to work for me. I just don't have enough time for that, which is honest. You go like, oh, wow, like that's a great idea. Like, I wonder if I could work that out. You know what I was thinking, but then I have to go and I have to do my laundry. I have those red socks, and the red socks can't go in with the white socks because they bleed, and then they make everything like pink. And they go on and on about shit that, like, just say yes or no. Over explaining. That's a clue. Joking. When you joke about how tired you are, you joke about how stressed you are, because it's going to soften the truth. Yeah, well, right now I'm so freaking exhausted. I think I'm going to faint, but sure, I'll go to the party with you. Right? I'm so freaking stressed right now. I cannot take another thing. Sure, let's do that. Got it? When you say something, it's fine, so many times that your nervous system has started filing human resource complaints. It's okay. Because you say, oh, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. How is everything? It's fine. It's fine. It's just fine. Oh, it's fine. Right? You say it so many times, actually, your nervous system goes to HR. Complaints. All right. How about this one? You stay at the job that you've overgrown this job. This job is not for you. Waking up every morning and having to get ready for this job, or if it's an afternoon shift, whatever, you are just like, I hate going here. I don't feel accomplishment. You've outgrown it. Because what's going to happen is your body starts to panic when you imagine leaving the job. Isn't that crazy? You stay at a job that you've outgrown because your body starts panicking when you imagine that you're leaving. Like, I know I got to get out of here, but as soon as you think of getting out of it, you really go into panic mode. Oh my God, I'm actually going to do this, and I actually leave. And all the other stuff starts going in there. So you stay, even though you probably need to go. I can tell you how that turns out sometimes. For people that are really in alignment, you'll lose your job. You'll get fired, or the company will go out of business. Something will happen. Because when you can't make that decision, but you really need to, it's amazing how life will come in for you. And that's what I said. Your body isn't dramatic, but it is honest with you. So when you lose that job, it's horrible, I lost my job. But, you always find something better because you didn't have the guts to actually say, I need to get out of here. Right? And that leads us to the next one. When you stay in a relationship, because your body actually gets terrified of disappointing someone else. I'll stay here because if I leave, that person will really feel bad, and I don't want to do that. But meanwhile, you're miserable all the time. How about going to family events? Even though your body starts to vibrate like a malfunctioning blender 2 days beforehand. Oh, I'm going to my cousin. Oh, great. And you start freaking out. You know what? You don't lack intuition either. You lack the willingness to admit how loud it already is. And I'm going to repeat that one. You don't lack intuition. Believe me, all of you have, and if anything, you'll shut it off because you lack the willingness to admit how loud it really is. And when you start ignoring it, it actually gets worse. Let's look at the mechanics, the energetic mechanics. And again, you can believe this stuff or not, but the energetic mechanics behind it is like this. A boundary gets crossed. Somebody crosses your boundary. Now, if you didn't state your boundary and somebody crosses it, that's how you know that you're not aware that you have a boundary. Because when someone crosses it, you have pressure in the chest. If you have a boundary crossed, when you told someone, this is my boundary, and they cross it anyway, oh, you will get pressure in the chest. So regardless if you are aware that you have a boundary there or not, when someone crosses it, you get pressure in the chest. So if you're there and you go, why am I getting so upset? Like, I feel like this. Go, do I have a boundary that that person just crossed? Or this, I just crossed my own boundary. I said I would never do this, and here I am doing it again. How about a misalignment with something for yourself, and you tolerate it? Like, this is not in alignment with me. This is not something I do, but I'm tolerating it right now. That comes out as exhaustion. That's when you become exhausted. It's like, I don't know, and there's a difference about being tired because you put in a good day or whatever, but exhausted is like you are so freaking drained. And that's when you have, it's something is misaligned with you, but you're tolerating it. Like, I really can't work in this environment, but I'm working here, and I'm tolerating it, but that will cause huge exhaustion for you. See, for me, I have to work in a very clean space, okay, very clean space. But if I were out somewhere and there was clutter around me, but I had to get it out there, I could do that. That's a misalignment that I will be telling me. It's not in alignment with me. It's not the best way that I work. It does not support my energetics at 100%. But I could tolerate it. I will have exhaustion. I talk about, I take these people on immersions, like, and we go to wherever you need to go, the best place for that. And the reason I do that is because if I take you to a place that we're doing heavy work and you are in misalignment and you're just tolerating the misalignment, you will become exhausted and you will not be able to do the work. You will become exhausted within an hour and a half. So if you're exhausted right now, I would like you to just sit and look at your own life of where you might be tolerating a misalignment in yourself. And then another one is when you start doing this work, where we find out like who you are, who you really are, and you want to be you 100%, what you do and how you personally do it, you have an old identity that starts to die. And usually the old identity dying is not the true identity, because we're getting there to your true self. It's that old belief of an identity. And when an old identity starts to die, your anxiety will spike. Even if you're not a person that has anxiety, your anxiety level will spike. So an old identity dying really is something to look at. So if your anxiety seems to be spiking, just look at yourself and what part of you do you think you're losing? Or what part of you have you decided to lose? Okay. And this is a big one. Trying to rescue someone. These are great for the martyrs out there. If you're in a drama triangle people, you're stuck in a drama triangle. So until you get out, you really can't really see these. You really can't. You'll just keep playing the game because you'll miss the game. But if you really want to get out of it, you'll see that when you try to rescue someone, especially most people that rescue someone, they don't want to be rescued. And you can't believe that. Back pain is normally when you are trying to rescue someone. Now, back pain could be also when you're trying to rescue yourself. So if you're a true victim and I need to rescue myself, you might have a lot of back pain. So I want you to take these things that I'm saying and go beyond what I'm saying right now. But take the concept of trying to rescue someone. If you're trying to rescue yourself out of a certain situation, you might also develop back pain. How about this one? Trying to shrink. I just want to shrink. I don't want anybody to see me here. I just don't want to be recognized. Those will cause digestive issues. I'll just leave that there because that one, a lot of times I have gone places to seminars and stuff. You know what? I just don't even want to be seen. I'm just going to sit in a corner and I'm not going to open up my mouth and I'm just going to sit quiet because that's all I want. And then I wind up with, I don't know, people around me all the time and other things happening. And do I have digestive issues? Yes. And every time I'm trying to shrink. Not to be 100% me, because when I'm 100% me, I don't have digestive issues. But when I feel I need to be smaller, or I'm with people that I know don't get me, and I go, I'm not really happy here, I'll have digestive issues. Just sharing my stuff of how it works. That's when I'm in a place that I know that I can't, I feel like I can't be me. And most times I am. I usually don't go there because it's uncomfortable for me, but it's more uncomfortable for people that are there with me. Trust me on that one. They have digestive issues. Got it? And then the next one is trying to carry a family's emotional debris. You carry your entire family's emotional debris, not just one person. You feel like it's up to you to keep the family together. That's when you get shoulder pain. That's when you can get migraines. And at this point, remember, hey, I'm not a doctor. I'm not advising you. I'm not saying that's the reason you have it. This is just educational and at the same time entertainment. It's just me talking to you as a friend saying, hey, this is what I've seen with people. This is what I've seen with myself. And interesting, just sharing with you, have you ever noticed this for yourself? Because the hard truth is that your pain is not random. Your systems, the symptoms that you have, they're not punishments. It's not a punishment from God. This is not a punishment for something you did bad. Your body's not breaking down. It's breaking through the lie that you're trying to maintain. I don't need to sleep. I don't need rest. I could work 20-hour days and I'm going to be okay. Let me tell you how that works out. It doesn't. So your body's not breaking down. I keep repeating these ones because I wanted to go somewhere for you. If it hits, just sit with it. What have you told yourself? Hey, my body's not breaking down. It's breaking through the lie I'm trying to maintain. What lie am I trying to maintain? That I'm okay in this situation? That it's okay that I'm not eating what I want to eat? That it's okay that I'm not sleeping the way that I need to sleep? What lie are you trying to maintain? And that's all the body's asking you. It's like, hey, I'm here. Look, I'm trying to work with you. Like, throw me a bone. Are you sad for no reason? Do you ever get that? Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like crying. I know you have it because I know my clients will cry. What the hell, Joyce? I'm here and I'm sad with it. Sometimes I'll say back, yeah, me too. Yesterday, yeah, about 4 o'clock, I'm really sad. My life is going fine. I'm looking at everything. Is there anything to be sad about? Like, no. There's something in you that's unresolved, something in you that you swallowed that you're not really doing well with. So if you're sad for no reason, is there something that you have in your system that's unresolved? You kind of been pushing it aside, making yourself busy, distracting yourself somehow so that you don't have to look at the reason. Because when you have that 1 second, it's gone like, no, you're really sad here. You really need to look at this because this is not making you happy. Don't let it keep on going. Let's look at it and let's resolve it. Did you ever feel heavy? Heavy. You just, I don't know, I feel heavy. Sometimes I even just swell up. I take on emotions just show up on my body. I could look different every single day, as you notice, right? So, yeah, you feel heavy. It's like, I don't know, like I'm walking, but I feel like I'm walking through slush or mud or something, right? Someone else's energies in your field, and you're carrying them. Sometimes dragging them. Sometimes they hopped on top of you and they're heavy. So if you're really starting to feel heavy and you're like, I don't think this is my stuff, okay? Someone else is probably in your energy field. How about anxiousness? When you're really anxious, and I'll go through that. If you're anxious this week, where are you abandoning your own truth? Where are you abandoning your own truth? Because when you start to abandon your own truth, You get anxious about it because, like, when is it going to show up? Is somebody going to find out that I really wasn't truthful? You know what I mean? That tight chest, remember, you're saying yes when your soul wants no. You're saying yes when your soul says no, no, no. And that sudden fatigue, sometimes, if you do a lot of energy work, and I'm just putting out for my guys who work really high energy, sometimes if you're doing very high energetics and you got a lot coming in there, you will have sudden fatigue, but it's not fatigue. You just get knocked out. And you go like, man, I got to lie down. That is different than having like fatigue where you can't even hold your body up and you're like, oh no, what's happening to me? Okay, so sometimes it's a big energetic download. You will get knocked out and you will go to sleep, okay? But you have all of a sudden fatigue, you have fatigue, that your body is going like, I don't know, I can't even function. Your field is trying to pull you inward also. So a lot of times, like, you will get kind of that knockdown with high energetics because you need to, you can't keep going out here. You need to shut this down. You need to sit down and just take some rest, and you really need to go inside and see what's going on. So for your next 24 hours, how about doing this? For 24 hours, I want you, if you're up to it, okay, I want you to pretend that your body is an international diplomat and your mind is the intern. How about there? Their job is to do what the diplomat says. So for 24 hours, pretend your body is an international diplomat and your mind is the intern. Oh, what can I learn? The intern's job, your mind, is to do what the diplomat says. So if your back tightens when you start to think about an event, don't go. If your throat closes before you say yes, try saying no. If you suddenly want to leave a conversation, step outside, breathe, then decide if you want to go back and have a conversation or you go like, not today. And if your body lights up with ease around someone, notice it. Notice it. Because you're not changing your life. You're just letting your truth talk for once. Finally. It's not about changing your life. It's about letting your truth talk for once. Like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. And I need time and I need to step outside. It has nothing to do with you. It has to really do with me owning up to like, this is not working for me. Or I don't want to be here. I'm not comfortable and I don't need to be here. And this is different than using things for an excuse or making sure you get sick, you want to leave something, or not facing up stuff you have to get done. So don't misinterpret this, please. This isn't about being false to yourself in any way, shape, or form. It's about being honest about you and your health. Your body is the only friend who has never lied to you. It's time to return the favor. I'm going to repeat that because that to me hit home. I don't know if it did for you or not. But when you think about it, your body is the only friend who has never lied to you. It's time to return the favor, isn't it? And breathe. So if you want to go any deeper with this, if you have comments about this, if you have insights, join me Friday morning. Friday mornings at 9 a.m. I go at 9 a.m. live on Facebook. You'll find it there. Links are there. Just go to Joyce Stech. If you go to my name, you'll find it'll turn up. And it's the live Q&I for you and I, which means questions and insights for you and I. Bring your questions, bring your patterns, bring your curiosity. But please, leave your I'm fine at the door. This has been Joyce Stech on the Joyce Stech podcast. Let's talk beyond the surface. Thank you. Have a great week, and I'll see you on the next show.